Okay, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the newly named Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Middle.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Danielle Hunter. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's second down.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Rosen. He's going to look deep down the field. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rosen. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the 26-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Check 37. Check 37.
Protein spill.
Get out. Wait.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Let's go.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up second down.
Ready, Blue 80. Bring it. Watch 261, stop.
Throwing again. Ryan. And a hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 47.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Hey, exit.
Now Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return will stop right around the 25. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. They run. This is Cohen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
On first down, Ryan gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. That'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
58.
Now Ryan on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's second down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. But now it's third down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10.
I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Leonard Floyd. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
3rd down. 3rd and 12.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Hey, box truck.
26 months.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 20. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there.
20.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
180. Alert. 26 mark. Hey, echo.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Tight ends right.
2nd down, it's Henderson. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Let's ready.
Here we go. Hey, quarter. 26, Mark.
Third and long here for Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
51, down. 54, go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field, so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
From the 44, Rosen slings this deep from McLaurin, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here I come. Check 53, Mark. Check 53.
To throw is Rosen. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
First down.
Here we go. Alert. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Mike, 53.
Now Rosen on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Maurice Hurst busting through to get him for a loss of 6. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Rosen will throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 22.
And the Texans first
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Switch up, switch up.
Now Cohen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 46.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right. 55.
Hey, high 7.
From the gun, Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel.
And nothing but daylight ahead. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards.
So how many more years are we going to define this position as running back? I really feel like we're evolving into something else because they have to be such a hybrid, don't they? Guys who can run it, but they love to have those guys with hands like a wide receiver.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Touchdown, Houston. DK Metcalf as the first half is winding down. And the Texans push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? That'll be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. They'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Go! First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. That is caught by Cohen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, and then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Again, it's Henderson. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rosen. And that's caught by Smith. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And he spots Henderson open left side. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Rosen to throw, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3rd and 13.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And the Texans first down.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a run with Henderson. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short game. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Carter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
55, my God, 55. Get that move, baby.
They try again with Cohen. They find some open field here. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Monday. Oh, Monday. Check. 53, Mike. Check. 50.
On play action, Rosen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. From
the gun to give to Henderson. And And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Cohen. It's a first down on a gain of 10. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
25. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
First carry for James Conner. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Right there in the middle. 55. Come to my work.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. 11 yards there, first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Middle.
They run the toss with Henderson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Silver. Tight go. Hey, quarter. Let's go. Here we go. Hey, Alpha. 53.
Now it's Rosen. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 21 yards there on 3rd down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
It's going to be a long day.
Rosen now off the bootleg. And he rifles one incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Rosen looking to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Alert, alert, alert. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Looking to throw on second down. Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
21. Base.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Ready, blue lady. Like 25. I'm coming after you.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check. Watch 54. Quit talking about it.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, we'll likely put an end to this thing. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Monday. Here we go. Check 31.
Now it's Rosen. Rosen is stripped to the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
You better talk to your boy.
Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And now it's Rosen looking. Smith catches left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henderson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing now is Rosen. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rosen to throw. Flush to his right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Rosen to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Ready, 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Caught out left side by Robinson. The 30, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do